Well, it's time for the Sprite ice-cold keys to the game. Now, Clark, as you take a look at the Hornets, what do you think will be the key for them?
Stephen Curry could be the X factor, so they can't lose track of him. He's a dead-eye marksman from long range. Deep range, I call it in the gym range.
Clark on the other side, what about Golden State? What's the key for them?
Grant is someone they've got to keep an eye on. A cagey defender with excellent intuition. He leads the league in steals. So guess what? You got to be strong with the ball when you're around him. Ball fake. Dribble strongly. Keep that basketball low. Be aware of his presence.
Oh, this should be fun to watch. Thank you, Clark. Stuffed it and grabs the rock. The one-man stop by Turioff. Beadrinch inside. And it's Emeka Okafor with the rebound. And it's the Hornets with the ball. This is their second meeting of the year against this Warriors team.
A team whose bench got outplayed last time out. Sometimes the starters aren't the story.
Now here's Beadrinch. Stolen by Paul. That one went down to the wire. And if I recall, and really like you said, it's the bench, Clark. It's the bench that sometimes makes all the difference.
Well, Kevin, it happens that way sometimes. Your second string can definitely be a pleasant surprise.
And so here's Golden State following the score by New Orleans. To Beadrinch. Ellis. Knocks down the trifecta.
Boy, as we see Monte Ellis, what's not to like about this guy's game? Speed, dexterity, range, the ability to finish in traffic, and he's got a scorer's mentality. He's always on the attack.
On defense, the Warriors. Grant backs in. Here's Diagu. The shot misses, so the Warriors take it the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
From the floor, they were extremely effective. They got good shots, high-quality shots at the right time. They moved the ball, they moved themselves, and their offense looked like a well-oiled machine.
And here are the Hornets now. Here's Grant. Turioff hauls it in off the defensive glass. Tipped. Stolen away by Grant.
I think he got baited into throwing that one.
Paul connects from in close.
Good job of leading his man right to the rim for the bucket.
Curry. The dump off to Ellis. Here's Maggette. Kept alive. And here is Ellis. Right wing. Beadrinch backs him down. Money on the 10-footer.
Andris Beadrinch was drafted back in 2004, and I can remember how emotional he was on that night. So excited, so happy. He brings that same kind of enthusiasm and passion to the court. As a matter of fact, he taught himself in only 6 months how to speak English, and he's a persistent rebounder, and you see evidence of that every night he's on the court. You can't allow him to establish deep position like that. Once he gets it in that close, he's almost unstoppable.
Here's Turioff. Off from three-point land. New Orleans in the lead. Grant in close. Almost a three-point opportunity. Instead, he'll go to the line for two.
First team foul.
That one is on Turioff.
That's a no-brainer. You got to stop the layup there. Make him earn his points from the line.
He knocks down the first one. Armstrong is in at center. And he splits the free throws. The Warriors trailing. Here's Curry. It's in for three.
Kicked it to the right guy at the right time. That's a good pass.
The Hornets trail. Okafor in the post. Right's there. From close range, takes it up. And it's Okafor missing. The Warriors leading. The break is on. Here's Curry. Oh, barely misses the shot, but he'll go to the line for two.
First personal foul.
That's on Peja Stojakovic.
Contact certainly altered that shot. The official was right on top of it.
Curry, shooting two.
And he makes the first one. He gets them both. Coach Scott signals for a timeout. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Man, what can I say, Kevin? What can I say? That's a big-time nail-biter right there. It seemed like we were going to be here forever. Definitely, they're going to be riding high on such a long battle, turning out in the win column for him.
Now Paul really played well against Portland in his last outing. To Grant. Connects. And here is Ellis. About 3.5 minutes left in the first. It's tipped. The Warriors maintain possession. Let's check out the leaders in field goal percentage as a team. Taking a look at New Orleans, the most efficient team in the NBA in terms of scoring.
With all of the great shooters they have, it's almost easy to think that they would shoot a high percentage. But there's some other factors at play here. They're unselfish, they set good screens, they move well without the ball, and they're disciplined in that they don't take just any shot. They want the best shot available, and that's usually what they get.
And here are the Hornets now, following the basket by Stephen Curry.
Speed kills and is a valuable asset in this game, and we just saw a prime example of it. Impressive drive to the rim.
And here is Ellis. Really played well against Sacramento in his last outing. Dumps it off. Beadrinch a screen. Easy shot, and the basket good. He has 5.
Great pick there. The defender was stopped in his tracks, and it freed up the easy basket.
Okafor to Grant. From inside, finishes with the soft touch.
Easy look in the paint. The defense got abused there.
Curry. Okafor grabs the miss.
That was a judgment call. He took a quick shot there, but I thought it was a pretty good look.
Here's Grant. Does not get the go-ahead bucket. Deflects the pass. The steal by Grant.
I think this quarter particularly, we're seeing them having trouble keeping possession of the ball. Far, far too many turnovers right now.
Coach Nelson calls a timeout. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Look at the Hornets. Right now, they're down in the 9th spot. They haven't had the kind of success they had wanted to have at this point of the season. And checking out Golden State, a game and a half away.
Kevin, I tell you what, they've actually been terrific on their home court, and they're starting another homestand right now.
And the basket by Beadrinch.
As a bouquet.
Now Paul. Last game, 26 points. The handoff to Grant. From short range. Graceful finish. He's got 11.
They've been trading buckets and trading leads. What outstanding competitors out there.
It's 2-on-1. Here's Grant with the finish. Caps the break with the nasty stuff.
Too easy. Far too easy.
Curry. Kept alive. Here's Wright. Drops it in on the layup.
You can't forget about him when you're boxing out. That's what he does. He crashes the glass.
Now Paul. Right now averaging 17 points a game. Here's Grant. The teardrop layup falls off target. Beadrinch inside.
I tell you what, Kevin, both teams have been on a tear. This could be a very high-scoring game.
Here comes Chris Paul. Grant. buries the short-range jumper. 15 points in the game.
That's too easy. The D's got to get to him about 8 feet further out.
Here's Azubuike. Gets in close. Lays it right in. They're in front, 22-21. And it's the Hornets with the ball. They trail by 1. 1 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. To Diagu. Asia backs down. 5 on the shot clock. On target with that J from the line.
Just put the ball in his hands, Kevin, and watch him go to work. He's going to make something good happen.
Here's Curry. The shot misses. The Hornets with the slight lead.
Well, Kevin, they've really made a point of getting into the lane and scoring the ball inside. If I had to point out an area for improvement, it would be on the offensive glass. They need somebody to get in there, mix it up, and come away with a few extra possessions.
It's the end of the first, and we have a shootout. The score still close, 23-22. All right, the first quarter had a lot of good action. I think we'll be in for some more here in the second. And here are the Hornets now. And coming up this Friday, it's going to be Tony Parker and the San Antonio Spurs taking on the Memphis Grizzlies who come to town. Start time, 7:30 Eastern.
I think it'll be fun. Well, I tell you what, that is a lot harder than it appears. You've got to get your body angle just right to shield you from the defense.
And here are the Hornets now. Thornton from close range finishes with the soft touch.
Just like they drew it up in practice, Kevin. Sweet dish inside.
Grant is tagged with the reach. That's his first foul. Now we have a moment to see the best rebounding teams in the league. Take a look at the Warriors. Top 5 in the league, a strong team.
They're one of the premier rebounding teams for a reason. They've prioritized it. I mean, it's a team thing with these guys. They expect anybody on the court to get a rebound. And that's what they do. They get after rebounds, and they hold each other accountable in that area of the game.
Scooped up. To Bell. Turioff. To Law. Here's Maggette. Nails it from the wing. Nice bucket by the 11th year veteran out of Duke. Here's Grant. Can't connect on the quick shot.
You can't fault that shot since he was wide open, but he may have rushed it just a little bit.
Kept alive. Long. Got a hand on it. The Hornets with the denial, and it's still a 3-point ball game. Here's Grant. The shot is off. Now Golden State takes it the other way. They'll be at home for the next game against the Bobcats. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Here's Maggette. Lays it in. Sweet dime to lead into the rack.
No one really contested him at the basket that time, Kevin. He's just too good in there to leave the door open for.
Coach Scott wants a timeout.
Remember we used to be in 262, 21. We be playing ball with shots to get us shooting. I be rapping.
We have a moment to check out the results from yesterday's games. The Timberwolves pick up a road win. The New York Knicks going down. Golden State with the road win as the Sacramento Kings lose. It was the Mavericks taking a win down in Dallas as the Milwaukee Bucks lose. And that's all we have for you right now. And it's the Hornets with the ball. 3-point lead. Oh, just misses, but he'll get 2 shots at the line.
That's his first personal.
It's on Andres Beatrice.
Looked like a good call from here where I sit. Definitely some contact on that shot.
He gets them both. And here is Ellis. Last time, 45 points for him. And looking forward to next Sunday, the Los Angeles Lakers hit the road. They'll face the Celtics out in Boston. It's going to be broadcast live starting at 3:30 Eastern.
You can count on it that both teams want to win.
Yep. New Orleans in the lead. Grant from inside. It's hauled in by Andres Biedrins. The Warriors trailing. Baseline. Dumps it off. Sticks it from 17 feet.
Kevin, this has really been a competitive, fun game.
It's a neck-and-neck game in Golden State. Here's Daniels. Gently drops it in.
Great assist on that basket. He's seeing the floor well, and he's making some beautiful passes.
Right wing. Here's Ellis. And it's tied up. He's got 8.
He detected the early opening there and took advantage. That's a smart decision.
Grant. In close. Gets the lay-in.
Well, he's playing a well-rounded game, and he's really helped them in a number of ways.
Here's Ellis. Hits the front rim and in.
They say the mid-range game is becoming a lost art in the NBA, but you certainly couldn't tell it from watching that play. What a sweet stroke.
On defense, the Warriors. Okafor gets the bucket.
That's a good example of excellent communication. The nice lead pass led his teammate right to the rim for the basket.
Coach Nelson wants to talk it over.
Warriors.
And a quick look now at the NBA scoring leaders. Look at Curry, among the league leaders, 4th in scoring.
Well, you know, this guy is such a dynamic scorer. He's got everything in his offensive arsenal that you want to see that allows him to carry his team. I mean, they play through him because he does it all offensively. On the other hand, for the defense, he's an absolute nightmare. You can't figure out what you want to take away from him.
Here's Curry. Can't take the lead.
That's his job. That's what he does. He clamped down on the shooter. He's one tough defender.
Got a piece of it. Good deep by Biedrins. And it's the Warriors' ball. Trailing by 2. Curry to Maggette from downtown. That's good. 7 points in the game.
The defense made the mistake of playing off him, and he drained it from deep.
Jammed down with one hand by Grant. They now lead by 1.
Oh, he's just hurting their feelings on that one.
Here's Curry. Hits the tray. He's shooting 50% from three-point range. Here's Grant. Kisses it off the glass and in. 25 points in the game.
He's got a sky-high field goal percentage, and that's because he's been working to get good looks.
That's good. And it's the Hornets with the ball. 2:17 left in the second. Grant inside, finishes with the soft touch.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
And so here's Golden State. Dumps it off. Turioff. Biedrins a screen. 6 seconds to shoot. Off the screen. Can't get it to go. The Hornets go the other way with the ball. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. They rule this one goaltending. Count the shot. There's more NBA with tomorrow's game at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 5 Pacific. It's going to be Dwight Howard and the Orlando Magic. They'll be hosting the Boston Celtics. Things should get underway at 8 o'clock Eastern Time in that one.
We'll see how it plays out.
And so here's Golden State. 1:36 left in the half. Here's Ellis. Nets it from the wing. He's got 12.
That's simply what a superstar does. He can make the most difficult plays look silky smooth.
To Peja. Now Okafor inside. Here's Diagu. Nails the easy jumper. Sweet touch by the fifth-year veteran out of Arizona State. Ellis to the high post. Grant hits the reach-in call. That's his second foul of the game. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the New Orleans Hornets. They'll be matched up against Memphis. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Armstrong is in at center. New Orleans is just getting everything they want inside.
Points in the paint have been the story so far, and I don't think it's going to change unless this team starts defending with physicality, bodying up without fouling.
And here is Ellis. He's got 12. To Maggette. Blocked. The Warriors will keep possession.
9 seconds in the shot.
Maggette with it. He has 7. To the elbow. Dumps it off. Curry connects from the high post. 16 points for him.
Boy, he's really doing a nice job taking advantage of what the defense is giving.
Rebounded by Ellis. Tie ball game. To Curry. A 3 ball. Good. He's got 19.
He can't be stopped. He's having a party out there.
And here are the Hornets now. It's a 3-point game.
They'll probably hold for the last shot here.
Here's Paul. Can't answer back with his own 3.
Anytime a guy scores on you, it's natural that you want to go right back at him. But he couldn't match that last 3. The Warriors have been on the scoring tear, Kevin.
Yeah, they've really been hot. And that concludes the first half. The score, 52-47. And now the T-Mobile halftime report. Well, let's check out the story of the stats. Warriors have been grabbing a ton of rebounds in the first half.
Well, they've got a decent lead, and by staying strong on the boards, they can widen that gap even further.
Grant has started off well.
And he's been snapping that net, Kev. That's what you love to see. Buckets, buckets, and then more buckets.
Welcome back, everyone. The third quarter about ready to get underway. That first half closely contested. We'll be in for another exciting half of basketball here. The Hornets trail. Here's Paul. It's hauled in by Andres Biedrins.
He's usually automatic from that close. The defense must have affected him.
Curry drains it from short range. He's got 21.
These guys are in the zone. They're taking it over.
Biedrins on him. Turioff hauls it in off the glass. Poked away. Here's the break. Here's Okafor. Oh! Flushes it with the one-handed jam. He's got 8.
He's not the guy you would expect to compete in the dunk contest, but he can still throw it down when he needs to.
Curry. Six seconds to shoot. The dump off to Ellis. Here's Maggette. No good. The Hornets go the other way with the ball. Grant kept alive. Here's Stojakovic. Sinks the open shot.
He drew the D in and then kicked it out to the open man.
To Turioff. Here's Curry. Drains it for 3. He's got 24.
This is called you must extend your defense, especially on the three-point marksman.
The handoff to Grant. Now Okafor inside. Grant is whistled for the loose ball foul. That's his third foul.
That's his third.
And a quick look now at the best free throw shooting teams. You look at Golden State, right there at the 2 spot. So good.
This is one of the top free throw shooting teams in the league because they work at it. Believe me, they spend a lot of time working on their free throw shooting, and it shows up in games. That's why they're one of the league's best.
Coach Nelson calls time. Wright is in at power forward.
Substitution for the Warriors, Brandon Wright.
Curry wasn't careful with his position. Gets nailed with the backcourt violation. And here's a look at what's coming up for the Golden State Warriors. They'll be playing the Thunder. That's game one of a 3-game road trip. And it's the Hornets with the ball. They trail by 6. Fouled, and he was real close to getting the three-point opportunity. He'll go to the line for 2.
Well, the D is lucky he missed. He came real close to an and 1.
Good on number 2. The Warriors leading. To the right wing. Curry, defended by Paul. To Maggette. Curry, off the screen. And that one's good. He's got 26.
We've seen them make 3 of their first 4 shots. That's good shooting to jumpstart them here.
Grant, the shot is off. So the Warriors take it the other way. Maggette with it from short range. Armstrong snatches it inside. Here's Stojakovic, lays it in. Sweet time to lead him to the rack. 6 points for him.
Great vision on display there. The pass led him perfectly to the basket. That's how you do it.
Ellis to the baseline. The baseline J off target.
Ill-advised shot there. No question about it.
Here's Paul on the paint. Graceful finish. Nice shot by the 5th-year veteran out of Wake Forest. To Ellis. Hits the quick shot.
That's a good decision there, Kevin. He got the shot off early, but he was open and he knocked it down.
Grant in close. Lays it right in. 30 points in the game. And so here's Golden State. 3-point lead. Beadrich a screen. Knocked loose. 6 seconds to shoot. Beadrich a screen. Here's Wright. Nailed it with just a little time left on the shot clock.
Good pick there to set up the layup. That's textbook offensive execution.
Here's Grant. Can't get it to go. Now Golden State takes it the other way. Here comes Paul. Grant gets in close. Kept alive. It's blocked. Got the stop thanks to the block by Wright. And so here's Golden State. It's a 5-point game. To Wright.
And you look at what they've done, or rather what they haven't done, it's hold on to the ball. They've had 4 turnovers already this quarter.
Now Paul. The 10-footer rebounded by Ellis. Clark, and this can't continue to be the story for them. You can't convert if you're handing over the ball.
Well, without question, Kevin, you're exactly right. They've had a tough time getting into their offensive flow here because they've turned it over too much. You knew that one was good as soon as he released it. That's cash money.
The Hornets trail. Okafor dumps it off to Grant. Almost a 3-point opportunity. Instead, he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Monte Ellis.
Looked like a good call from here where I sit. Definitely some contact on that shot.
Gets them both. And here is Ellis. He's got 16. Jacks up a 3. Ellis can't get it to go.
They've got to have a little more patience on offense, Kevin. They're rushing.
Grant backs him down. Can't hit. Now Golden State takes it the other way. The break is on. Another steal. To the inside. Here's Okafor. Turioff corrals the miss off the defensive glass. Here's Ellis. Dumps it off to George. Scooped up. Claxton misses everything with the triple.
That was not good shot selection. You need to be patient, move the ball, move the defense, and find someone for an open shot.
Okafor with the ball. 8 points for him. Money with the post shot. 10 points for him.
They run very few plays for him on offense, but he got it done right there.
Here's Claxton. Ellis leads the game in assists.
Boy, you got to love the way he gets himself to the rack. He knows how to keep the ball away from the defenders and lay it in.
Here's Stojakovic. Connects on the baseline jumper. The Warriors still holding on to a small lead.
It's anyone's game right now, partner. Every possession is critical.
And here is Ellis. 16 points for him. And it's the Hornets with the ball. Skip pass. Stojakovic from inside. The shot is off. Now Golden State takes it the other way. Here's Curry. Diagu rips it down. Here are the Hornets with the ball, trailing by 5. To Stojakovic. Here's Grant. We've reached the end of the third, and it's been an exciting game. The score, 69-64. Stephen Curry has played well. 26 points and 4 assists.
Yeah, he continues to hit big three after big three. His long-range attack has really been significant to their offense.
The fourth quarter about to get started here in what's been an entertaining game. Three quarters have been played, but the outcome remains undecided. Welcome, everyone, to the start of the fourth quarter. And here is Ellis. He's got 18. Curry. Tomorrow. The turnaround Jay. Okafor hauls it in, and that's his 8th rebound of the contest. Grant, defended by Bell. Inside.
These clubs have been lighting up the scoreboard all game long.
The Warriors leading. Ellis dumps it off. Here's Bell. Hits the bottom of the net.
That's exactly the way you practice it. Hit the open man for the great look.
And it's the Hornets with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Grant, he's guarded by Ellis. Okafor in the post. Beadrinch on him. Shoots from the post, kept alive.
Nice, big momentum builders, those second chance points.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. 3-point lead. To Bell. That's good.
Beautiful delivery with the bounce pass. He kept it away from the defense, which set up the shot perfectly.
And here's New Orleans now, trailing by 5. Grant from short range flies in for the layup.
He's not normally a prolific scorer, but he's given them a big lift in this one.
And here is Ellis. He's got 18. Here's Morrow. And it's Emeka Okafor with the rebound.
That's not something you'll see very often. Got the mid-range jumper he wanted, but off target.
Grant sinks it. Now a timeout called by Golden State. Cheryl, moments ago you had a chance to speak with Byron Scott. What did he have to tell you?
Hey guys, he wants them to post up more. He thinks they can take advantage down there. We'll see if he's right. Kevin.
Thanks, Cheryl. And it's the Warriors with the ball. To the high post. Golden State turns it over. It will go the other way.
That was an ugly possession. They were out of sync completely, and the ball just sailed out of bounds.
Grant really has his fingerprints all over this one.
He's been pouring it on in the last few minutes and has been a force offensively. Things will really start to open up for his teammates now because he demands an awful lot of attention.
The Hornets trail. Grant backs in. Here's Stojakovic, laid in softly off the glass.
With the score being so close, there's little margin for error by either team.
And here is Ellis. He's got 18. Dumps it off. To Ellis. From about 16. That's good. And here are the Hornets now. They haven't trailed by more than 7. Grant. Laid in with the D draped all over him. The Warriors trailing. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Hornets.
16 seconds on the shot clock. 16.
On defense, the Hornets. It's a 1-point game.
Nice work to snatch that board in traffic.
Right around 5 minutes left to the fourth. Here's Grant from close range. Flips it in for 2.
He's just decided to put the team on his back and take over the scoring load this quarter.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Spoil his sport, so I plead in my case if it please the court. She in my face down by the port, and I had no recourse, but the record is record. I'm for sale, so I bought. I take a little bit of pickety ping, ping, ping. So this is
And here is Ellis. He's got 20. Turioff. To Curry. Six seconds to shoot. Curry. The bucket was set up with the dish by Ellis. And he's got a double-double. And it's the Hornets with the ball. Here's Grant, deflected. Great play by Turioff. And it's the Warriors' ball. Ellis from inside. Under 4 minutes left in the game. Here's Grant. It's in!
Grant.
And here is Ellis, averaging 26 points a game. Curry. The three won't fall.
Tough break there, Kev. He found an opening on the floor and got a nice clear look. Just didn't convert.
Okafor with the ball. He's against Turioff. Shoots from the post. Flips it in for 2.
Wow, I think he shocked him there, Kevin. Not the guy you expect to hurt you in the post.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
tight dilemma that just got you. Brought your legs onto crutches. Facing decision, good stuff in the vision. Why for work is life worth it? Why should I not just force it? Because it's absurd, vacations in suburbs. My skin's bleeding, in your cause no sleeping. I'm cheating, understand and forgive. One gave hand, others believe and achieve. No care for vacation.
And here is Ellis. Just over 3 minutes left to the fourth. From short range, Okafor with the rejection, and it's still a 4-point game. Here's Stojakovic. Biedrins grabs the miss.
Kevin, that's the kind of shot you want. You can't ask for better execution on offense, but sometimes they just don't fall.
And so here's Golden State, trailing by 4. New Orleans in the lead. Grant, knocked loose. Stolen away by Turiaf.
And Kev, that's only his first giveaway for the game.
And it's the Hornets with the ball. The lead is 2. Here's Grant. The shot no good, so the Warriors take it the other way. They've never trailed by more than 5. He's done a great job, Clark, of controlling the ball.
Boy, he sure has, Kevin. I mean, focus and quality ball handling, very impressive. He's really had a positive impact on his team with that kind of work.
And here are the Hornets now, after the miss from Stephen Curry. Grant backs him down. Paul, that's good.
Terrific shot there. He had a taller defender on him, but he created just enough space to get the jumper up inside.
And here is Ellis. He's got 22. Maggette with it. Puts it up.
He's done a really nice job of maintaining focus, staying sharp, and providing his team with offense.
And it's the Hornets with the ball. A 2-point game. Here's Grant. Blocked. Good deep by Biedrins.
Boy, they've really been scrapping for rebounds in this one. Neither club really dominating the other one.
And it's the Warriors' ball.
Hornets ball.
Trailing by 2. Ellis threw this one out of bounds and turns it over.
He's really doing a great job of finding the open man, and he has his team working in harmony because of it. It's like he has a second set of eyes.
He is doing such a great job of distributing, Clark. How do you counteract that?
They need to put more pressure on the ball and to try to force him to give it up before he gets comfortable.
And it's the Hornets with the ball. The lead is 2. And you're right about the dogfight, Clark. You can tell that both teams really want this one.
Yeah, without question. And with it being as close as it is right now, a hard-fought game, you expect this intensity to keep up.
Grant with the charge, and that's his 4th foul of the contest.
He had perfect position and got the call. That's a textbook example of how to take a charge.
Coach Nelson calls for a timeout. They're losing by 2. 59 seconds left to the 4th. Clark, what's your take?
Curry has been carrying them all game. They need to continue to work the ball through him to force the double team.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. For the...
Fantastic pass to set the alley-oop jam up there. You gotta love that.
Less than 1 minute left. Grant with 1 on the clock. Cannot hit. Now Golden State takes it the other way. Here's Ellis. Gets the go-ahead bucket.
Big-time basket in the clutch, Kevin.
The Hornets call timeout. They're behind by 2. 20 seconds left in the game. Clark, what are your thoughts?
Talk about a really big possession. This is it. They've got to score here. They need a basket. Don't worry about the clock at this point. Make sure you get a high-quality shot and knock it down.
Grant buries it.
He's just so clutch. Here's a guy you want on your side with the game on the line, Kevin.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Mark, what do you think?
Ellis is such a great scorer for this team, and he's made a reputation on being able to make big shots late in games. So I've got to think they're coming to him for this play.
And so here's Golden State. Here's Curry inside. The Hornets with the block, and it's still tied up.
Okay, fans, let's get loud.
Grant. Money! The Warriors take a full timeout. They're down by 2 to the 4th. Clark, what's your take?
Their only chance here is to lob it towards the basket and go for the tip in. There's not enough time left to catch and shoot.
So amazing, it's amazing, so amazing, so amazing, so amazing, it's amazing, so amazing.
The Hornets with a thrilling victory as they defeat the Warriors 88-86. For his steady play, Grant is our Jordan Brand Player of the Game.
Yeah, Kevin, he was really stroking it. He shot the lights out, and there was just no one out on the floor who could stop him.
Well, that's it for us. On behalf of Clark Kellogg, Cheryl Miller, and me, Kevin Harlan, thanks for tuning in to NBA Basketball on 2K Sports.